Ultralight packs have a bad reputation.
Did you hear that?
Some people have described them as just trash bags with straps, and some people think you're just giving up comfort to save weight.
But that isn't always true, and to prove it, I'm talking about 6 ultralight packs that are better than you think.
So let's check it out. Generally, to fall into the ultralight category, a pack needs to weigh 2 pounds or less. Compared to most traditional frame packs, you're talking about a difference of up to 3 pounds or more. That's a significant difference, and if you've ever carried a heavy pack up a mountain, then odds are you've wondered how you can reduce your load. And ultralight packs are a great option, but not all of them are created equal.
For instance, this is the Hyperlight Mountain Gear Southwest. It is probably the most recognizable ultralight pack on the market, and the #1 pack that has contributed to their bad reputation.
It's made of Dyneema composite fabric, which is incredibly lightweight but tends to look a lot like a trash bag, and this pack lacks even basic comfort items like load lifter straps.
So I get it. In a lot of ways, this is just a bag with straps, but there are a few things that make it a lot more than that.
Like these 2 aluminum stays that are designed to transfer the weight from your shoulders to your hips. If you had an actual bag with just straps, all the weight of your load would be pulling down on your shoulders. But these aluminum stays are connected directly to the hip belt and lift the weight of your pack up and off your shoulders. It's the ultralight version of the frames you used to see on old external frame packs, just a lot lighter.
And as someone who doesn't want to carry a lot of useless weight, I really appreciate a pack that isn't trying to be fancy, it's just serving the purpose for which it's intended. That is what ultralight is all about. What I'm not crazy about is the almost $400 price tag.
Because for $100 cheaper, you get a much more comfortable pack that actually weighs less too. This is the Gosr Gear Miro 60. It comes in at just under 2 pounds and doesn't cut features to achieve that weight. It's made out of very durable Robic nylon, has load lifter straps, aluminum stays just like the Hyperlight, 7 different pockets to help organize gear, but the one big difference is these thick, padded, and wide shoulder straps. This is one of the first areas ultralight packs cut to save weight because all that padding increases weight. But Gosr Gear has found a way to increase the padding both on the straps and the hip belt. That padding is going to equal comfort no matter how heavy a load you're carrying, but will really help with heavier loads. So padding is nice, but probably the most comfortable pack I've used is a 6 Moon Designs Minimalist V2 with the optional chest harness. This is a design you see on a lot of running packs, but to my knowledge, the Minimalist is the only framed pack to offer this feature. The harness feels like a firm hug and shifts the weight of your pack off your shoulders and to your chest and hips. There really isn't anything like it, especially on a pack as large as 50 liters, which is a lot for a harness pack, but the smallest on this list. This pack also happens to be the heaviest on this list at just over 3 pounds, which pushes it somewhat out of the ultralight category and more towards the hybrid category, but still a lot lighter than traditional packs.
Now, all these packs fall in the 50 to 60 liter range, and I've always wondered just how accurate are they when it comes to capacity? Well, today, we're gonna find out.
I picked up this water meter that measures exactly how much water flows through it and tested it for accuracy on a 5-gallon bucket. Then using a large trash bag, I filled up each pack to see how accurate its capacity is.
So, starting with the Hyperlight, which is supposed to be 55 liters, let's see how accurate it is. Now, while I do this, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, Garage Grown Gear. At least for the Hyperlight Mountain Gear, you can in fact get 55 liters worth of gear in here. Now for the Gosr Gear Miro, this is a 60 liter pack, which should be 15.85 gallons. Garage Grown Gear is a retailer that sells just backpacking gear, nothing else. Okay, the 6 Moon Designs Minimalist V2. Garage Grown Gear specializes in ultralight and cottage industry gear. 6 Moon Designs Minimalist V2, 50 liters of water. It's accurate. Now we have the Z-Packs Arc Haul. This is a 60 liter pack. Garage Grown Gear is one of the only retailers where you can get brands like Gosr Gear, Z-Packs, and 6 Moon Designs all in the same place. No way that I'm getting this close. Okay, 60 liters of water does fit inside the Arc Haul 60, but just barely. Okay, now we've got the Durston Kakwa 55 pack. Garage Grown Gear even sells smaller brands you've never heard of before and you can't get anywhere else. The Kakwa 55, could I get it closed? So, 55 liters in the Kakwa 55. With the extra pockets on here, yeah, 55 liters, give or take. Okay, now we got the Bonfis Framus 58 liter pack. Let's see how it does. My battery died on my main camera, but we've got the Framus 58 at 58 liters of water. I'm not gonna be able to get it closed. Go check out Garage Grown Gear at garagegrowngear.com or through the links in the description.
Now, the cheapest pack on this list is the Durston Kakwa 55 at just $260, but just because it's the cheapest doesn't mean it's cheap. It's built out of Ultra 200 fabric, which is the most common fabric for ultralight packs. It's got all the same features you expect to see on an ultralight pack, with one thing that stands out, and that is the tubular framing. A lot of ultralight packs just use two vertical bars to help transfer weight to the hips, like I talked about at the start of the video. Some of them even employ a short cross member like on the Mariposa, but the Kakwa takes it one step further by widening out the cross member to give you a lot of structure right where the pack connects to the shoulder straps. Without this cross member, packs tend to round out or barrel, especially when overloaded. When that starts to happen, it pulls the shoulder straps away from your back, which can make your pack uncomfortable. The more you put in it, the more uncomfortable it becomes. The Kakwa fixes this with a simple but effective frame design that remains flexible at the hips but rigid at your shoulders to prevent barreling. So the Z-Pack's Arc Haul is the lightest on this list at just 24.7 ounces, but it's also the most expensive at $399. Out of all the packs on this list, this is the one I find myself going back to over and over again.
In fact, this is the pack that I recommend in my ultralight loadout gear list that you can get along with a whole bunch of extra content and behind the scenes simply by signing up for my email list. And the best part about it is it's completely free. Check it out in the link in the description.
Now, I like this pack partly because of how light it is, but more so because of the back ventilation. It's called the Arc Haul because the back arcs away from your back using these tensioning straps. This not only creates a fairly comfortable pack, but gives your back much needed ventilation on hot summer days. And I like the way the Z-Packs made this a really functional pack with just a little bit of adjustment in the torso to help you dial in comfort, magic straps, optional hip belt pockets, and they did it all while still being half a pound lighter than everyone else, which honestly is why this pack costs so much. There just aren't any other brands making a framed, ventilated, adjustable pack that weighs this little. But the last pack I want to talk about is from a lesser known brand called Bonfis. This is an Italian cottage-made pack that is pretty similar to most ultralight packs. It has a roll top lid, center mesh pocket, two side pockets, and aluminum stays just like the Hyperlight pack. In fact, it even looks a lot like the Southwest, but there are two really big differences. One, this pack has load lifter straps, sometimes referred to as magic straps because they can make that big of a difference keeping the load off your shoulders. And all the packs we've talked about today have them except the Hyperlight. And the other big difference is the price. It is a full $50 cheaper than the Hyperlight at $324, which puts it right in the middle range of all the packs we talked about today. So if you want a traditional ultralight pack, which is a solid and popular design, go with the brand that's actually giving you more for less.
But before you buy a backpack, make sure you go watch this video right here because a backpack is the last item that you want to buy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and do all those other things. And as always, thanks for watching.